Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about some breaking news. So we are going to be speaking on Vitor Roque, Gavi, Lo Celso, and also Marcos Alonso. This is going to be a very jam-packed video. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you guys are here. If you guys are Barcelona fans, this is going to be the channel for you where we do talk about everything regarding FC Barcelona. So welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And so let's get to it. So Joan Laporta earlier today did state this. What do I think about the new signings that we could make in January? We delegate to Deco and the coach, the ones who decide, but we think we have a competitive squad and sufficient players. And what he's basically saying is we have enough quality in our squad, we have a lot of players, and so we don't really need to add a new player in January. That is what Joan Laporta is basically saying. Now, if you ask me, do I believe that this Barcelona squad need new players? Yes, I do. I think that Joan Laporta is being very cautious on what he does say to the media. Like, he's not trying to overpromise. He's not trying to sell false dreams either. He is just saying we have a great squad. He believes in our players, and that's basically it. And if Barcelona do make signings in January, it would just be an added bonus coming from Joan Laporta. So I understand why he is saying such things, but we all know the truth, right? We all know what Barcelona want to do in January, and there's been a lot of noise that has been going on around the club, and a lot of sources that is around the club, they're stating the same consistent thing, and that is Barcelona wanting to make chess moves in January, meaning they want to introduce new players, and that is Vitor Roque. And luckily for us, well, not luckily, but it's also unfortunate, but also luckily for us, but the fact that Gavi is now absent and he will be going through a 9-month injury and he's done for the season, his contract is going to be unregistered for this season, meaning that Gavi will not be counted as a Barcelona player and we would be having more salary space, which also does lead towards Vitor Roque being registered for sure. Roger Torreo and Fernando Polo, who are both very close sources to Barcelona, have stated this. The decision has been made. Barcelona have the okay of La Liga to be able to register Vitor Roque, who would arrive on loan until June. Gavi will be deregistered due to his long-term absence, so it is for sure it will be happening. There is nothing that we should be worried about. We will be having our Brazilian young star wear the Barcelona shirt in a couple of months. It's very exciting. Now here's where it gets very interesting, right? Barcelona want to make further signings. A lot of sources are claiming again the exact same thing. Not only do they want to bring in Vitor Roque, but they also want to bring in another new midfielder to basically come in for the absence of what Gavi does give. Now, whoever that midfielder may be is not going to completely replace Gavi because Gavi is a unique player, a player that does provide skill sets that no other player can in the world of football. But it is quite clear that Barcelona want to bring in another midfielder because our midfield options are thinning. Now, if you guys are also wondering, before we go into this, many have been questioning, could we see some potential problems on Gavi's contract being re-registered back into La Liga next season? No, there is no problems. There has also been many sources claiming that Gavi's contract will easily be back registered into La Liga, and again, there will be no problems. Barcelona would have normal financial fair play rules by next summer of 2024, so don't even worry about that. But let's go on to the potential signing that Barcelona could make in January, and one of the players that they are eyeing to replace Gavi in the short term for this season, it is Lo Celso. Mundo Deportivo has stated that Barcelona could register both Vitor Roque and an interior like Lo Celso if they receive the 40 million euros which they are owed for Barcelona Studios. And if you guys do not know this about this whole deal, let me give you guys some quick context. Barcelona made a deal with this Mexican firm and they promised Barcelona that they would pay in a upfront of 40 million euros in the summer, which was never made, right? Because that Mexican firm did buy 49% of Barça Studios, and Barcelona thought they were going to receive the 40 million, but they never got it. And so going into this January transfer window, it's going to be another opportunity for that firm to finally give us what we are owed up front, which is again 40 million euros. And if Barcelona receive that amount, that is also going to help towards us signing another player after Vitor Roque. So now we are in a state of how are Barcelona analyzing the whole thing, right? How are they going to execute signing two players in the same January transfer window? That is what they're doing. That is what they're working on. Yes, we're going to be hearing Joan Laporta, maybe Deco, maybe Xavi say that yes, our squad is good enough, but we know what is going on behind the scenes and what they want to do. We know the real problem. Mundo Deportivo continues to say this. Many names are being studied, yes, it's true, but if they decide to sign a midfielder, the favorite is Giovani Lo Celso. A decision is not expected to be made soon because it will be taking some time. So most likely we would be getting an answer by January, maybe by mid-January, if Barcelona can make the right financial moves in order to bring another new player in. And can you guys just imagine the come up that Barcelona could be making here? Like not too long ago, we were talking about how Barcelona were struggling to register Vitor Roque in January. We thought that Vitor Roque was not going to come until the summer of 2024, but now we're here talking about how Barcelona could potentially sign 2 new players. So the money is not going to be the only problem here in this whole deal. We also have to talk with Tottenham and to see if Tottenham is okay with letting go of Lo Celso. It has been said that Spurs are unwilling to sell the Argentine on loan, but they would accept a permanent offer of around more than 15 million euros. So they don't want to let him go for a loan deal because they want to receive some sort of cash if they were to let go of one of their most important players. And the reason why they're being a little, I would say, greedy with letting go of Lo Celso is because they're going through an injury crisis. They have a total of like 6 to 7 important players out to injure, and they do not want to let go of another one, which is Lo Celso. So I understand where they're coming from, but look, the moment we get into that transfer window, right, and we see Lo Celso asking for a transfer, and also Barcelona saying that we have the financial capability to sign Lo Celso, Tottenham is going to have to do everybody a favor and make this deal go through. And to be very honest, even if Barcelona do receive the 40 million euros, yes, it's going to help towards this operation, but I can see Joan Laporta and Deco playing it very safe and saying, okay, yes, we are stronger financially, but let's still bring Lo Celso on loan, and then maybe we can consider his signing in the summer of 2024. So I do see Barcelona going for a loan deal, and I don't know how that's going to resonate with Tottenham, but we'll see. And also, this is not the first time we have heard that Xavi Hernandez is interested in Lo Celso, right? Because Xavi is a big fan, and we heard in the last summer that they wanted Lo Celso, but they went on to sign Joao Felix. Now I know that many might say, okay, if we got Joao Felix instead of Lo Celso, why are we going back for him? That is because of Gavi's injury and his absence. That is the reason why Lo Celso is necessary now. So I do see a player that is very creative, someone who likes to play very high in the attack. He likes to sit between the lines and create for the forwards in front of him. We have talked about Lo Celso before. I do think that I have made a video before regarding Lo Celso and what he could bring sportingly, and I can see a midfield being formed between Lo Celso, Pedri, Frankie, and Gundogan easily, right? With Frankie and Gundogan as 6s, and then Lo Celso and Pedri as high number 8s. So sportingly, this makes a lot of sense. And just to wrap things up, right, it is for sure that we will be signing Vitor Roque. Now we will see if we can sign Lo Celso. Now here's the thing, right? A lot of these things could be maybe even easier to achieve if only Barcelona let go of certain players on their end, which is going to lead towards the other conversation, and that is about Marcos Alonso. Because it has been stated, according to Gabriel Sanz, that several clubs from Saudi Arabia are interested in Marcos Alonso, and they're analyzing his situation. They continue to say that Alonso has only played 299 minutes this season. He is the 3rd choice on the left back position and no longer an option as a center back. For now, Alonso is convinced that he can be useful and could wait until the end of the year before making a final decision. An exit in January could be complicated by Barcelona's squad being thin and the difficulties of signing someone in January due to financial fair play. So look, I think that if Barcelona want to make it easier on themselves and they want to sign multiple players in January, you let go of the players that you just don't need. For example, Marcos Alonso. At the moment, we do have 4 quality center backs, which is Araujo, Koundé, Christensen, and also Inigo Martinez. Marcos Alonso is not needed there. And then if Barcelona want to call in brand new center backs to reinforce our defensive line, if we're going through an injury crisis, we still have great center backs in Barcelona Athletic, which is Mikhail Faye. I don't know if you guys have heard about the player, but he's doing wonders. We have Mamadou Fall and Kubarsi. And most importantly, Faye and Fall can both play in the left back position easily to reinforce Alejandro Valdez's position if ever needed. And it would also especially help us on the financial fair play side because he does earn 6.2 million euros a year. If we let go of 6.2 million euros a year, that is definitely going to help us to register a couple of players. So it's all about chess moves. Barcelona do need to make the right financial decisions. They have to analyze the whole squad itself to see who can they bring in and take outside. So that is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.